Once known as Harold's Folly, this pantheon of speed is now known by another name, the Lady in Black, a track too tough to tame. Though many have tried, and some have come close, this fickle lady always finds a way to bite back. Hello everyone, and welcome to another fabulous edition of NASCAR Sprint Cup Series GarageCam. I'm your host today, Chuck Bush, filling in for Matthew Dillner, who is up in Philadelphia right now, doing some interesting things up there. So yeah, we're here in South Carolina at this awesome speedway, getting ready to show you guys some cars in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage. So let's head into the garage and see who's around, what we see, what's going on today. And here we go. The lovely security guards letting us in. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good day. And here we are in this magnificent garage, looking at these and hearing these cars tuning up, getting ready to go for their first practice session of the weekend for the Cup cars. And we're kicking it all off live here on NASCAR.com. It's a full day of excitement here in the garage, here at Darlington. Lots of activity, lots of movement, lots of stuff. But let's get over to the other side of the garage. We'll get to these guys. We'll get to Jeff Gordon. I know there's always a lot of fans requesting Jeff Gordon stuff, but we'll get there. We will get there, I promise you that. But we're now heading over to the other side of the garage. And right here, we have the number 13 of Casey Mears, the Mears gang. See his crew chief talking with some of the crew guys, getting an idea. We saw a couple of guys going out in the pace car earlier to take a look at the track. A couple of crew chiefs on pit road, seeing what's going on. This place, always interesting, unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen during the race, and night racing just makes it even more exciting to see this place under the lights with those red and white stripes, the cars flying by them. It's just exciting stuff. And here is the Ricky Stenhouse ride, number 17, Nationwide Insurance Ford. And next to him, you got the 41, the Outlaw, Kurt Busch. Got Haas Automotive Chevrolet, Chevy SS. Let's take a look and see who was the first in the chat today. First in chat was Carol Hallett. I really need to see that number 99 EcoBoost Ford and the back-flipping Carl Edwards. Please and thanks. Well, we will get around to that 99 ride. Right now, we're looking at Kevin Harvick's Budweiser Chevy, the number 4. Carol McGlynn, good morning, Matt and race fans. It's not Matt this weekend, it's Chuck. Of course, the 14, the 41, the 4, the 10, the 3, and the 31 for Fast Friday, Darlington. Whoop, whoop. It's kind of like hump day, but different. But yeah, we just saw the a lot of those rides. The 10 is coming up in a minute, just past Martin Truex Jr. 78. Here's the 51 of Justin Allgaier. He was one of those drivers that was taking a look at the track earlier. Got the rookie stripe on the back of the car. Always trying to learn, always trying to improve these drivers. Trying to figure out what they can do to get a leg up on the competition. Jennifer Sloan White. Hi all, may I get a happy birthday shout out today? It's on Easter Sunday, so today isn't your birthday, but Easter Sunday is, but we're not racing on Easter Sunday, so happy birthday today. You're from Canada and you wanted to see Alex Bowman and Parker Kligerman. So yeah, we'll see if we can find them, see if they're around. Saw them walking around earlier. If we see them, we'll see if we can talk to them. Here's Danica Patrick's GoDaddy ride. That bright green and orange Chevrolet. Here's Reed Sorensen's number 36 Cheerwine on the side of that. That is a lovely, lovely drink. When I think of Darlington, I think of Cheerwine. I also think of Bojangles and Cheerwine, which coincidentally, this is the Bojangles 500. Bojangles, Cheerwine, chicken and biscuits, nothing better than that on Saturday afternoon. Or Saturday evening as it is. And here's David Gilliland's 38 ride. A&W All-American Food. And next to him, you got Michael Annette, a Pilot Chevrolet, TBR Racing. You know, I bet you guys are wondering, why isn't Matt here? Well, Matt Dillner, you know, he needs to take time off every once in a while. He's got other hobbies that he enjoys. He's an all-around good guy, and he is not just a cameraman, as he would have you believe. Matt Dillner, he's got a secret hobby that he's been working on the past few months. He's been learning to play the bass guitar. And that's a big feat right there, because that takes a lot of hard work, talent, and skill, and dedication. So, I don't know what type of goal I have with you GarageCam fans, but I think it would be awesome if we could all tweet at Matthew Dillner and say, keep up the good work with that bass, buddy. Just slap that bass. So tweet him at Matthew Dillner. We'll show this right here. Here's his Twitter handle, right here. At Matthew Dillner. Tweet him and say, Matt, keep up the good work. Hashtag slap the bass. If you guys can do that for me, that would be awesome. Show him that GarageCam family love. And right now we're showing some love to the number 40 of Landon Castle, which coincidentally, Nathaniel Massey wanted to see the number 40 of Landon Castle. I like the look on this car right now, that sort of silver with the flat black. Looks like it could be pretty fast. Pretty fast indeed. Next to him, David Reagan's number 34. I promised to break for trains, the CSX ride. They got all their signatures on there, on the hood of the car. Folks signing that to say that they're going to play it safe, stay off the railroad tracks, and break for trains. See those signatures up there, all those fans. That's a cool way to get fans involved with the teams. It's, you know, your name gets to be on a race car, which is awesome. Next to him is the number 23 Alex Bowman ride. Dr. Pepper, the rookie Alex Bowman. And here is Travis Kvapil's car, the number 32. And there is the driver of that car, Travis Kvapil. Live on NASCAR GarageCam. You got a second to talk to us?
How you doing?
Doing all right. How about you? Dillner's out this weekend, so I'm filling in for him. He's
Do the best job you can.
Yeah, I'm trying.
We got some color on this 32 car this weekend. It looks pretty good. We got Keen Parts. They're a Corvette dealer, or Corvette parts dealer. So excited to have some cool colors on this thing.
You ready to get out there for practice?
Heck yeah, this place is crazy. It's a really you got to be up on the wheel every lap here. You know, it'll reach out and grab you. The fast way around, as we all know, is just inches off the wall. So it gets the most out of us drivers, and speeds are really fast. So it'll be a great day.
What's that feeling like when you're going up there and you're just right on the edge, almost about to hit that wall?
For the most part, you're pretty well in control, and you know what the car is capable of, and you know how hard you can push it. It's longer into the run where your tires wear out and your car's not handling just right. That's when it gets a little hairy.
Well, thank you, Travis. Good luck out there today. That's Travis Kvapil, driver number 32. KeenParts.com for that parts. Next to him in the 98. And then we got the 66, Joe Nemechek. And the 33 of David Strimming. And Ryan Truex in the 83. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little technical difficulty there, but we're now looking at the 30 Parker Kligerman. SMS audio. Toyota Camry. And there's David Rudiman's car in the number 35. And backing in, we got the Dave Blaney 77. Fun fact about this track, they've been racing here since 1950. 1950, that's a long time. In 1950, Labor Day weekend, 1950, you know how many cars were in that race that day? 80 cars entered, 75 made the starting field, and they started 25 rows that were 3 deep. You know where the winner came from? The 43rd starting position, winning his only race from Long Beach, Long Beach, California, Johnny Mance. Fireball Roberts, who finished second, started in 67. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine 75 cars going around the track at this place? That would just be insane. But you know what? I think I see somebody over here. We're gonna take a walk over here to the number 42 hauler. A lot of action in here in the garage today. A little bit of miscommunication. We're trying to get our Mobile One Auto Tech question of the weekend. Got our new guy out here this week, breaking him in GarageCam, Will Yeager. He's helping us out, trying to track down. I think we're gonna head over to the 42 car. So we'll work our way around. Remember, guys, get those requests in. We're getting ready to hit the front side of the garage. And I know everybody's always got some drivers that they request to see over there, so get those requests in. Put them in the chat on the right-hand side of your screen as you're looking at it. Although, as Dillner always says, if you're looking at the replay, there is no right-hand side because it's on YouTube or it's on NASCAR.com where we don't have the chat there. But right now, live, we have the chat. So get in there. Get in those requests. Talk to me, folks. Tell me who you want to see. I mean, I know there's always the number 43 car of Eric Almirola. That's always fun to see. And, you know, there's always that sort of bacony type smell around this car. And now they got Fresh from Florida on the hood. That number 43, that famous number, which the original driver of that car, had an interesting accident back in 1970 that we talked about yesterday on Nationwide GarageCam. There's Jamie McMurray putting on his fire suit, getting ready. We got about 15 minutes left. We're about halfway, working our way through the garage. Jamie talking to his crew. Next to him, you got 47 AJ Allmendinger and the Clorox ride. And there it is, the 5 of Casey Kane that everybody in the chat wants to see. Let's see, who today wanted to see Casey Kane? I know I saw one of those earlier. You guys always want to see Casey Kane. Well, here's the car. The driver's not at the car, but we can at least show you the car. Next to him, Marcus Ambrose sitting in there getting ready. Checking stuff out. All right, moving along next to him, the 15 of Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer in that 5-hour energy ride. Marcus Ambrose climbing out of the car. Ann McGregor says hi from all the Carl Edwards diehards. Where are all the Carl Edwards diehards? I hear a lot of you. We're going to get to Carl's car here in a minute. But right now we're at the 16. Greg Biffle, teammate, 3M Ford. I Make a Difference. The American Red Cross got Maureen Holt on the hood. Here we are at the number 42, the rookie Kyle Larson. Crew hard at work. Kyle Larson's back there in the back. There they are behind the car, talking. See if we can get back here. Come over here and we're going to get our Mobile One tech question of the weekend. All right, so Darlington, interesting track.
Yes.
2 different shaped corners. How do you go about setting a car up for a track like this?
It's pretty different because you got a nice wide sweeping corner in turn 1. Turn 3 is pretty tight, so like dynamically you're about 2.5% tighter down there. But there's a big aero difference in the platform of the car between the 2 corners because you're loaded differently. So you just try to get a good balance between the 2 and tell the driver, hey man, you may be really good in this corner, you may not be so good down there. And if you got a good driver like Kyle is in his Target Chevy, then he can control the car a lot with his speed. You know, like you get into turn 1, you're backing the throttle really hard, you get a turn coming down the hill, and then you get into turn 3 and you got to set the nose a little bit to get the aero platform the same. So good driver can do a lot even though there's 2 different corners.
Well, speaking of a good driver, he had 1 start last year in the Nationwide Series, so this will be his first Cup start. Is there anything else you tell him to get ready for this?
You just show him a lot of data from the last drivers that we've had. He adapts really well. He likes the high side. This is his kind of track. You get up next to the wall, you hang the right rear out like a dirt track. So he doesn't need a lot of help. He's a good driver.
Well, thank you much. Thank you very much for joining us on GarageCam and our Mobile One Auto Tech question of the week. And there's the driver that he was referring to of the number 42 Target Chevrolet. We went to eat at the Mellow Mushroom last night, and he was drinking what looked like pink lemonade and having a salad before his pizza. It's not creepy at all that I know that. Not creepy at all. Moving right along next to Kyle Larson, Smoke, sitting in the car. I believe this is one of the few tracks that Smoke does not have a win at. I could be wrong, and I'm sure you fans will correct me if I am wrong, but I believe this is one that he is missing a win at. Hopefully he'll get it this weekend. Be that 8th different driver to get a win, or maybe it's this guy, the 3 of Austin Dillon. That is an awesome neck brace right there, or the device. The name is escaping me, but it has the North Carolina flag on the back. Got to tell you, that is awesome. North Carolina native, driving the number 3, the historic number 3. Getting ready. We got less than 10 minutes. Looks like 9 minutes to go. Drivers are heading out to their cars, getting geared up, getting ready to go. There's Ryan Newman's car, the number 31 Caterpillar. Thomas Naylord says, thank you, Chuck. NASCAR history is so fascinating. I have a lot of books about it. There's so much history to this sport. It's so awesome, and it's so great to get to be in a place like this to experience it firsthand. There's Brian Vickers getting ready, another North Carolina native. Got a couple of them entered in the field. Next to him, Brad Keselowski. Behind the car, and got his crew chief walking around. These guys getting ready to hop in. Ready to climb into the cockpit. Get ready to go. See, Christian Robb, I won't see Danica's car or Junior's car, please. Big fan of both. We showed you Danica's earlier. We'll get to Junior's here in a minute. Right now, we're looking at 6-time champion Jimmy Johnson. Zach T48. Let's see the hashtag Lowe's 48. Well, there it is. And there's the driver throwing on that helmet. Mandy Brennan says there's an amazing restaurant in downtown Darlington that makes amazing chicken. Well, Mandy, what's the name of the restaurant? I'd love to go get some chicken. I do know this. My grandfather would go to it's the Thunderbird Country Buffet right there off the interstate. He would plan his trip so he would be there at lunch because they served fatback, and he loved fatback. Interesting story, I know. But that's what we got for you on GarageCam, that type of stuff. Now, next to the 48, a driver that has been requested. A lot of fans of Junior. There it is, the number 88. That white with gold numbers. There's Richard Childress. There's Denny Hamlin, driving the number 11 Sport Clips car this weekend. Heading over to his car. Got the Fox crew following him. His teammate is over here. Rowdy Bush. 18 M&M's Toyota Camry. Throwing on that balaclava. Or head sock, whichever you want to call it. I think my producer in Charlotte is saying it's probably Red Bone Alley that has the amazing chicken. If it is, then yeah. If it's not, let us know. She's talking about Red Bone Alley. Cool. I like Red Bone Alley. Haven't ever been there, but I've heard good things. Seeing Kyle Busch strap on the helmet. Next to him, Joey Logano, window net already up. Is ready to go. Last week's winner, well, this week's winner, it was Monday, so that was still this week. But Logano ready to go, see if he can make it back-to-back, be the first driver to get back-to-back wins, or maybe it's Carl Edwards. He won't get a back-to-back win, but he'll get a win. There's Carl giving the peace sign to you fans out there on GarageCam. These guys are ready to go. We got about 5 minutes left. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. There's Matt Kenseth. Can he get his first win of the season? Last year's winner here at Darlington. Can he be the 8th different winner? Or will this guy, the leader in points, Jeff Gordon, be the man that is there at the end of the day here at the Lady in Black? Etching his name on that trophy with so many others. Yarborough, Petty, Wallace, all these names, all these drivers at this historic place. We'll even throw in Johnny Manson there, the first winner at Darlington. Which one of these drivers will be the man that notches that next victory in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series here at Darlington? You can hear the engines have gone silent for right now, but don't worry, they will soon around this historic track on this beautiful day in the sandhills of South Carolina. Newman in the car. Austin Dillon. Tony Stewart. All of these drivers ready to go out there and shake down these cars, see what's good with them, see what they need to fix. Louis DiDonato, favorite driver, Jeff Gordon, please. Well, we just saw Jeff Gordon. And right now, we're trying to get down to the end so we can give you that awesome rollout shot as these cars peel out and head onto the track for the first practice for the Cup Series. Now, stay tuned to NASCAR.com for your live coverage all day. You can follow the live leaderboard, see the practice board, all that stuff. Follow your drivers. And be sure to tune in tomorrow night for the Bojangles Southern 500. It's going to be a good one. I can probably promise you that. But tune in tomorrow night, Bojangles Southern 500. But today, later today, there's qualifying for both the Nationwide and the Cup Series. Both guys are going to qualify tonight, later tonight, starting at 7:30 on ESPN2. You'll get the coverage of the Nationwide Series race, the VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero 200. So tune into that. Nationwide qualifying will be on Fox Sports 2 at 4:05, and then following that at 6:05, we will have Cup qualifying on Fox Sports 1. So tune in. You got all the practice today. All that stuff. It's going to be exciting. Wait, I just got this note from my producer, Matt Roper. The restaurant is actually called Jules Deluxe. So it was not, in fact, Red Bone Alley. Interesting fact. I did not know that. I learned something today. I hope we all did. I hope you had fun today. I did. It was a little bit wonky at times, but we got through it. We stuck through it together. We made it to the end. Well, we're here at the end. We're almost to the end. And now it's time. They're about to blow the whistles here in about 2 minutes. Fire these engines up. The cars are going to roll off. It's going to be amazing. I promise you that. It'll be fun. It'll be a good day. Who's going to get the Darlington stripe? What's going to happen? You know, are these pristine white and red walls going to be messed up a little bit? I know yesterday, there is that whistle. I know yesterday, rookie in the Nationwide Series, Dylan Kwasniewski got his first Darlington stripe, but here they come. There is the 24 of Jeff Gordon, followed closely behind by the 20 of Matt Kenseth. They're heading out to pit road, getting ready to get this thing kicked off for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and the Bojangles Southern 500 here at Darlington Raceway. For everybody here in Darlington, for the NASCAR.com team, Scott Fig Newton, Paul Bunyan Kavanaugh, and tall Ginger Will Yeager, I'm Chuck Bush saying, enjoy the race and let's Bo race it.